Well, hello, guys, and welcome to the bunker with RSG. I am T McVenom, one of your hosts. We have to the left of us Delete. Hi, Delete.
What's up,
Finn.
everybody? Happy New Year.
Finity's here with us, and so is Mako. Hey, guys.
Howdy.
I'm so excited to be back. We have been like on a streaming hiatus through Christmas and New Year's, and this is my first time back in like, what, a month? I feel like it's been a month. Close to it.
It
In a
is,
minute.
because you also missed some of the streams because I was covering, remember?
That's
So,
right.
yeah.
Finn covered for me, and they were complete shit shows, but it was hilarious
It
to
was.
watch.
It was awesome.
Hey, man,
It's so cool. I mean, I miss you.
Fun.
I mean, obviously, I missed you.
Yeah. Sweet talking now. But yeah, you guys had a really good time, and I'm glad we had a good break with the fam and taking Christmas off. So we're back at it, and there's so much to catch up on. We appreciate all of you guys that are tuning in right now. I see everybody popping in. Hey, thank you. Thank Kyrell McVenom. You look ever more gorgeous this year. Thank you. I appreciate your donation. Dre, Lonely X, T, Tits of Fury. Hey, girl, hey. Adi, Perwanto, what's up? We appreciate all you guys tuning into the bunker. We're going to go over some SOS content, hopefully delve into some of this new stuff coming out, the new update. I'm still not familiar with it, as of course I'm so unprepared, but I have my trusty panel here that always is prepared. Delete knows what's going on. He plays daily every day, all day long. Finity, nerd that he is, pretty into it. And then of course Mako, our other free to play expert, he's here with us. We're hoping that we might get another sighting of the OG bunker. Hopefully we'll get some Daedric in here. He said he might pop in, so that'll be fun. So how was your guys' Christmas and your New Year?
It was good. It was
Mhm.
good.
It was good.
I mean, what did I get? I actually didn't get anything because I'm one of those people that just buys whatever they want when they want it.
Can't
So I'm
relate,
really,
dude.
really, really tough to gift because it just when I'm like, hey, why don't you go ahead and look for stuff that you want? I just order it.
So you're the guy that everybody gets socks for, basically, or a tie or
Uh,
something goofy.
uh,
That's
So
cool.
I do that, and then New Year's was cool. New Year's was cool. We kept it small
Mm-hmm.
due to everything going on,
Yeah.
but it was still cool. It was still
Yeah.
cool.
Ours was small too. We got the kids switches, so we've been like bananas
Oh,
playing that. Keeping it low key. I got a yoga mat and a yoga ball because I'm determined to get healthy this year. I have not used it yet. I got
it's
it.
tough. It's tough to be on that grind. Actually,
Oh,
I got a Peloton, but like before, and I was like, I used it today, and I was using it like 3 times a week for like a good amount of time, and then it was just like, I'll get
mm.
on it tomorrow. Next thing you know, it was like 3 weeks had gone by and I hadn't used it. And I was like, oh great, now there's clothes on it. I was like, time to start using this thing.
I just remember that Peloton commercial with the chick in it that blew up like it was a big deal
Oh
with the
yeah.
Peloton commercial. She looked like she was trapped in a loveless marriage or something like that. Her husband got her a Peloton. Mako, how was your Christmas?
all right. Had fun with the kids.
Yeah, just low key.
Work. So,
Uh-oh, I see somebody just got in. I don't think he's talking yet, but Finn, I know Finn had a great Christmas. Finn.
I did.
He's so smooth. All right, well, there you go.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Good
Yep.
conversation there, Finn. Thank Kyrell McVenom. Did you get your tier? Do you mean my imperial like little tattoo here? Like Cara Dune? No, I have not got that yet, but I might wear it to Disney when we go in April. We'll see. I do know how to get one though. Daedric! Yay! Look at little Daedric
What's
there.
up, my man?
Oh my gosh, it's been so long, man. We've missed you. How's it been?
It's a lot better, let me tell you that.
Yeah, you had a rough end of the year last year.
Yeah, actually, April onward was just crap. So when December hit, December was great. So December onward was great. So things are back on track, and I'm happy. I'm not doing night shift anymore. I left that gig because I got a full-time spot back in my industry. So my Friday evenings are free now.
Yay! We're so happy to have you back. We have missed you so much. We talk about you a lot during the streams. It's always like, well, Daedric would do this or Daedric would say that. So we're super excited to have you back.
Totally know the answer to this.
Yeah.
While I'm stumbling through stuff.
We'll have to Discord Daedric later about it. We're really excited to have you back, man. We love you and we missed you. You look good.
Yeah, I'm setting up a new facility right now, so I've got a bit of a scraggly Viking thing going on right now, but that's okay.
Vikings look good, so that's okay. You got it. It's working for you, man. I'm a Viking chick, so let's see. Okay, Finn, we need to get into one thing that we are super excited about with RSG and the bunker. Finn, do you want to say it, or should I go ahead and talk about it? Finn's gonna.
You talk about it first.
Okay, so if you look down in the bottom, I don't know which, it'll be the bottom right corner for you guys. You see that little sponsored by. The bunker has an official sponsor now. It's called Zombie Coffee and Donuts. I'm so happy and excited about it. I actually got some, and we started off with this thing because I always have, Mr. McVenom brings me in a cup of coffee midway through the stream or the beginning of the stream just to keep me awake because we do so late. And he reached out to Zombie Coffee and Donuts about, ordering some coffee for me for my stream. And there we go. We now have this awesome sponsor and we're super excited. They are in Columbia, South Carolina and Athens, Georgia. And they just have delicious coffee. I've tried it. I've had it for the last 2 weeks now, and it's just delicious. So we're really excited to welcome our newest sponsor to the bunker, Zombie Coffee and Donuts. They've got 2 locations, like I said, Athens, Georgia, and Columbia, South Carolina. You can find them on Facebook. Just search up Zombie Coffee Donuts and Zombie Coffee and Donuts in Columbia or in Athens, and they hooked us up with some tumblers and some coffee. We're just really excited. You can order a coffee or mugs or t-shirts from their Facebook, or shoot them a message and tell them that RSG sent you, and support the sponsors that support our show. We would really appreciate you guys doing that. They're just great. I can personally vouch for them as having some good stuff. So we're really excited. It goes along with our theme too, State of Survival. That was just coincidence, but we like it. Finn apparently has something in surprise for me right now.
Well.
Yeah. He told me I was going to hate it. We'll see. Of course. Of course.
Big Venom!
Yes.
You know Finn moving, right?
What?
You know Finn is moving, right?
I heard Finn was moving, yes.
Yeah. Finn clean whole room. Look, it's empty. Finn room empty.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Finn's room is empty. Are you actually the Zombie Coffee?
No, but me, Finn.
You're
Finn
just.
got tired. Too much moving. You know what would help?
What?
Coffee. Zombie coffee with no caffeine. Finn got tired and turned into zombie. It makes Finn sad. Zombie coffee and donuts. Coffee help you not turn into zombie. You know what they have over at Zombie Coffee and Donuts?
What?
Coffee! They have caffeine. Caffeine help you not become zombie. Don't become zombie like Finn. You like caffeine, McVenom?
I do. Thanks, Finn.
How about you, Delete?
I love coffee, but I love donuts even more, and I'm actually craving a damn half dozen of donuts. right now.
Yeah, I know. We're working on trying to figure out how we can get some donuts delivered because they do some kind of donut delivery service and DIY donut stuff. So we're really working on trying to do that. Might even get some
I'm on the website.
prizes
It's pretty
going
cool.
for some viewers, like some prizes with the delivery going.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Do you know donut work in multiple ways to keep you awake?
No, I don't know that zombie.
You
Fan.
can also get yourself a scare awake with Spider Donut. Spider Donut can facehugger on donut for you. You get sugar and scare. Zombie Donut got everything for you. And if you want more sugar, get more sugar on your donut. More sugar on donut make you stay awake. Help you move. Help you not become like Finn. That's right.
It's rare.
Don't become like Finn.
It's
Did,
rare.
did I also mention, did you know they have coffee? Zombie coffee and donut have coffee. They have coffee.
You were right, Finn. I do hate this.
It's only a matter of
Zombie
time.
coffee and donut. Exclamation sponsor in chat will give you link to Facebook page for Athens and Columbia. So exclamation sponsor in page take you to Zombie coffee and donut. Tell them Zombie sent you, and they will be very confused.
Finnazombie, is that what we're calling you now?
I am Zombie.
Got it.
Ah!
All right. So that's our introduction for our new sponsor, Finn, playing a zombie character. He's right. I did hate it, but it was kind of cute. So that'll probably be our long time introduction. That'll be our big one. But from now on, we'll just kind of do a quick plug on each stream. But we just wanted to introduce you guys. We're really excited. And all of the guys are getting care packages for zombie coffee. So we'll all have our little moment of coffee time later. So we're excited. Okay, on to SOS stuff.
I liked Zombie. He was very nice.
Oh my gosh. I knew you were going to do something ridiculous. I should have known.
It was not ridiculous at all.
You're
It was
ridiculous.
Zombie.
You're ridiculous. Okay, so
Good to be back. Gotta say, it's good to be back.
yeah, Daedric, how are you enjoying being back? Now you never left SOS though, right?
No, I have still been playing.
You've still been playing, so you still are up to date on all the stuff going on. Good, so you can kind of walk it through with us as we're going through. So here we go. The one that we're going to talk about now, let me get my 5K viewer up, is going to be the update. If I can find it. It's update 1.9.100. So here it is. And Finn and I couldn't figure out what the Capricorn event really was, because this is one thing that bugs me a lot. And if your devs are watching, like, I'm going to start off the New Year stream with me ranting a little bit. Let's get the calendar going with something actually useful, because I can't see anything that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like the calendar, when I go into the actual calendar here, it doesn't really give me a whole lot of information, and I would love to have like an actual breakdown calendar with like things that are coming ahead. You know, it doesn't even break down, as Finn said, like the state warfare isn't even broken down into the stages. So, you know, like this is all the stuff that we already see in our events billboard. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it already says it and finishes and when it starts and all that stuff. So I don't know what the point of the calendar is right now. So I wish they would give us like update information, maybe some of that in the calendar. Like, I don't know. That's just me ranting. Okay. Anyway, so update announcement. The update content is as follows. The Capricorn events have arrived. Daily task, meaning medical crisis and Trisha's mission. Completing daily tasks during the event to get points. They will be refreshed every day. Get top-up points. Hit point targets to get reward crates. Unclaimed rewards will be sent to the reward stash optimizations. Okay. So these are the things that I'm really excited about in this update is the online allies will be put in the front of the list when launching a rally. Invitation becomes more convenient. So we'll talk about the rally page. I like it. Do you guys, have you enjoyed the new rally look?
Yep.
Okay.
The new rally thing is so nice. So it orders it. It, like, if a march is full, it'll actually move it down to the bottom, right? So it keeps the ones that you can join closer to the top. it clearly says whether they're full, whether they're joined, or if you are the rally leader, you have the option to invite. So it's really easy to see. Like everything is, and if you are already joined, it grays out the join button, so you don't have to try and find your like portrait in this whole list of stuff. Because if you use like the standard SOS character ones, like how many ghosts are there?
Yeah.
You have to like identify your ghost versus somebody else's ghost and all. No more. It'll gray out the join button, which is really nice. And yeah, so it works out nicely. I like the new layout.
Yeah, well, it just feels a little bit cleaner to me. I don't know, just the feeling of it in general. Like right now, you just joined my rally. A bunch of people did. But I don't know, something about it just feels cleaner. And there's also the sending troops back thing feels cleaner and easier to me. I don't know. Like, and also the speeding up. So if I wanted to speed somebody up, I could quickly do that as well. I don't know. It just feels a lot easier to handle as far as a rally leader. Like if you're trying to lead rallies, and like I haven't seen it in Capital or SVS, but I'm sure for someone like Delete or Daedric, it would be a lot easier to maneuver some of these rallies. I don't know. That's just me. What do you guys think?
I'll say one negative though.
What?
Just because.
Of course.
I will say it because I have heard Nikki yell about it. So, the one negative. It's less so now because they have changed trap, but you have to press those 3 buttons in order to see the troops. Like you don't easily see the troops.
Right now. I'm showing them.
So if somebody sends infantry to trap, Nikki has to press every single button in order to yell at people. So there's more work for her, which I'm going to say is one negative. I like it because there's more work for her. So for everybody else, hooray!
Yeah, I mean,
it's not good. So it's a little harder to monitor troops.
Yeah, it's tougher. Like if you're launching like a rally at like Capital, oh my God, I didn't even realize that was going to be so tough with everything that happened at Capital.
You're gonna have to check every single troop section.
Anyway, if you're launching a rally at a tower, I'll just go rally a tower.
To be honest, I didn't think of that either. I didn't really think of that little. You have to hit the button to check the troop, like the lineup.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. We'll see how hard that is. What do you think, Daedric?
I prefer the convenience of the rest of it though over that. Like I will take every other aspect of this if that means not being able to see the troops very clearly. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I like that you can invite like certain. Have we always had an invite? I don't remember the rallies having an invite button. I don't remember them being there. I have not remembered the invite button being there. I don't either. Daedric, what do you think about it? I'm going to ask Daedric lots of questions tonight because he's back, and I'm happy.
The rally mechanism is cleaner than my cat's litter box. I'll say that.
You got a lot of cats. It's probably not that clean.
5. So. No, but it's definitely a step in the right direction. I think it's going to be similar to the situation we had, if you guys recall. Obviously, this was many, many streams ago now when they changed the March mechanism. And we ran into a situation with that where it was completely broken when they did the update, and then they had to do another update in order to fix certain components of it. I don't think there's anything broken with this. So I think they approached it with a lot more finesse this time around. And obviously rallying is such a large component of the game. And there's many processes that go into creating an effective rally for various things like trap and capital. So I think moving forward, it's an easy adjustment for players. Again, I do agree with the point of there's a lot more work in breakdown. So if we're going to point something out specific that could be adjusted or looked at, would definitely be the additional time that goes into breaking down, troop composition. And when you're doing things like Fortress, that can be quite frustrating, especially if you have, a 1-minute rally. You don't have a lot of time if you have multiple rally leaders going in order to coordinate. We've had situations where people are canceling because the time is off, wrong troops, wrong heroes. It just adds more work and can cause more confusion with the fact that you're taking more time to break down troop comp.
So I wonder why they did, what why did they take out the troop comp out of the rallies? Like, what were they trying to, just cleaning it up, or?
I think it runs smoother now that troop composition isn't in there, because it's probably less information that it's drawing from everybody until you add another step. Like, it's not automatically on that page, because it used to be when you were checking what everyone had, the game would go into light mode and it would start to just slow down on you and it'd start to like crash. So yeah, you would see everything, but it would also affect gameplay at the same time.
Not to mention when you were trying to scroll through all of it, somebody would set another rally, like if you were in trap, and it would just kind of like bounce you around.
Jump around.
Stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing too is that each of the rows for every person now is the same height, right?
Oh yeah.
You have the same graphical layout if everybody only sends like one level of infantry, riders, and hunters. But if they send a different level, or if they like equalize and they have like 3 different tiers or something, right? That's 3 different rows that may appear, or it might be like 2 if they like spread it out. So what happens with this also is that graphically, I'm sure it's easier on their side because everything conforms to a particular height of the graphic. So that's probably part of the ease as well here for them in terms of processing all of this.
Yeah. So, Mako, any input on that? Anything else to add?
He might be still setting up.
Yeah.
Going from car to house. Scramble.
I think he is. He'll jump in whenever he gets a chance. But okay, so yeah, that's the rally. I do like the invitation thing. So like if somebody's not paying attention or somebody's looking at the map, they get an invitation. Does it give a pop-up? So I haven't seen that. Does it pop up on their screen like if they're in the map and somebody sets a rally and it invites them in? You know what would be cool? If it saved the spot for an invitation.
Ooh.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like if you picked the people that you wanted in the rally and invited so that only those people could join, it would save a lot of hassle of trying to send people back. Because you're saving.
It could also screw you.
It could.
Because if you start inviting people that are in game but not paying attention, so now you've wasted those spots and they don't ever join.
Well, you could
You've
always
now tied
like
up those spots.
Maybe have an X button to like take that out. Like maybe it have a reserve spot or something. I don't know. I'm just saying it would be cool though. That's a lot of the problems that Delete has. This has got like all of us low levels trying to join his rallies, and he's like, get the hell out of here.
Giving up.
A happy medium solution, because I'm a solutions kind of guy.
Yeah.
Happy medium solution between Venom and Finn's idea is if it was a timed save slot. So you invite someone, and if they don't join within a 30-second time frame, they lose their position in the rally, and someone can fill the slot.
Perfect. There you go. Voila.
Yeah.
Like it.
Or like reserve spots like they used to do in buildings. Like you used to be able to kind of send troops in, and they would just pop back in as when they were needed. And as a reserve troop, you can do the same thing for a rally. So if it's like the invitations don't go through, the next first person in reserve automatically goes through.
Yeah, and that's
I feel like the reserve thing never used to work right. I feel like that was broken. And that's why they probably did away with it, but they probably could fix it and bring it back.
Yeah, reserves is actually perfect for PvP. I mean, it's a great example. So, many months ago we talked about hive hitting. Hive hitting is not a big thing anymore because the game has been out so long that there's so many high-level players. Hive hitting is just not a big thing in older states. But I'll use that as an example, where let's say you take a group of 10 people with you to go hit a hive, and you start a rally, and this is referring to the reserved function. You have a reserve option in your rally. So in the case that one of the people in my group, he starts getting solo attacked by another player in the hive and he has to teleport out, he loses his position in the rally. So his troops actually get pulled out, which drops the capacity of the rally. But if there is a reserve function, it doesn't matter if he teleports because I have these other people in the reserve backend to rely on. That just fills his spot even if he teleports. So it's a great PvP method too, to have that reserve function.
I like it.
McVenom, close your mail. I'm inviting you.
Oh, sorry. You're going to tell me.
We can do live testing.
Look,
We can do live testing.
There we go. Strike Team invite. Join.
There you go.
Is it like Plague Zone where you get the? It's just
comes
so you
across
just get
the
the
bottom
mail.
like as a Strike Team join invite.
Huh.
That's cool. Okay. All right. So let's see what else we have. The next things we have are Alliance announcements can be translated into all languages. Wait a minute. Were they not?
No.
Wow. I
I
didn't
didn't
know
know
that.
that Alliance. I mean, I guess I never really needed to translate them. So I always thought they just, when they sent them out, somebody could hit the button and they would translate.
No. So what happened is on a lot of devices, you can actually add additional language keyboards to your device. So for example, on my iPad, when I was in a Russian alliance, I had a Russian keyboard and an English keyboard, and I could just tap a button, it would switch between the two. Problem is the game didn't register that. So my game is in English mode, but I'm operating on a Russian keyboard. So the game wouldn't translate. So if I put an alliance board message up and I tried to translate it, it wouldn't translate it because I was in a different, the game was reading me as in English, but I was using a Russian keyboard. So what it will do now is no matter what operating system you're on, it will translate regardless of what your game language is to your keyboard language. The other part of it too is the whole dictionary concept. So if you guys remember when the game first came out, the translator was just super, super bad.
Yeah.
And it wasn't registering certain language. There were a lot of cases where, let's say you were in a German alliance and there was a German message on the board, and you hit the translator button, it would only select certain words or no words at all and just keep it in German. But it would read as if you had translated it, but it was the same language. So they've done a lot of fixing and have worked pretty hard from the looks of it on just general translation, both from what operating system you're on and obviously vocabulary.
So I feel like the biggest idiot because there's been so many times when I first started alliances that I would send out messages and I'm like, just read the alliance mail. Like I couldn't understand why things were so difficult for people to grasp like simple instructions. And if they can't translate the alliance mail, like I had no idea.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. Now I feel bad like for things that happened a year ago. Boo. All right. Oh,
Meh.
I got my zombie call.
Wow. Hey,
Hold on.
what's up?
He's here
Mr.
for a
McVie?
special person.
Happy New Year.
Happy New
Zombie
Year,
coffee
everybody.
delicious.
That's Finn. Don't listen to him.
Hey, JJ,
You make
go
good
for
choice
man.
in coffee. Also get donut. They have both.
What is he doing?
He's being zombie coffee Finn.
Oh.
That's his new thing now.
I'm Finn a zombie.
Okay,
We
shush
know how
you.
coffee when moving.
Shush
He
you.
turned into zombie.
Matthew's
It
trying to
was
welcome
really good.
Daedric. Hush, Finn.
Hey, Daedric, you beautiful thing. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, my man. Happy New Year.
All right, thank you. Bye. Thanks for my coffee. Okay. He was really happy when he saw you in there. He's like, "Oh, there's Daedric." I was like, yeah, there he is. He's got man crushes on Daedric and Delete and Finn, actually. All of you guys. Okay.
I play second fiddle to Daedric. It's not a big deal.
You know, if I lived where you lived, I'd marry him too. So
I'd share. All right. Next thing is Alliance Boss Max has been updated to 48. What does that mean? What are they talking about? I'm lost with that.
The trap.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
trap level went up, but they haven't made 30 easier. And then they did say, what was it? 260 alliances that beat 30. That doesn't
Yeah.
sound like a lot.
Out of all of the states, only that many have beat 30?
Yeah.
Seriously? Well, then why did they increase it to 48? It seems like a
feel
weird
they were
jump.
I feel like they were gonna re-level it, and I
They're
don't
gonna
think
make
they
it
have yet.
Easier?
Yeah.
Or it's getting
probably
tuned
make-
towards tier 11.
Mm.
We do have tier 11 and all the research, so this could just be what they balanced it for once everyone gets there, so you kind of have an idea, right? Because the the 30 was kind of balanced towards Plasma 5 with tier 10. So who knows what it's going to be once you get tier 11 with the additional research and Plasma 5. If they don't increase that as well and push to like 6, like that could be why they're increasing all these levels too.
It just seems like an odd jump from 30 to 48. Like, why didn't they go 30 to 40? Or even 30 to 45? What is the 48?
It's done in systems of 6 now because of the new trap.
Oh my gosh, you nerd.
There's different levels and then there's different difficulties. So you start at like level 1, but you have to go through each of the levels of difficulty in order to beat it. So remember, they don't call it just like level 1, 2, 3. It's not the same thing. So there's like level 1 simple, and then you have to go through common, difficult, crazy, nightmare, and hell. Once you beat level 1 hell, you unlock level 2 simple. So each level has 6 difficulties that you have to beat. So everything has to be in an increment of 6. So from 30, they had to either go to like 36, 42, or 48. So they introduced 3 new levels with 6, 7, and 8.
Like, do you legit just like find a page like this and figure it out, like why they did to 48, and you just like, oh, levels of 6, like jumps of 6?
It's math.
Just pen and pad.
Oh my god! Yeah, I can see him with a yellow notepad, just like going at it for an hour.
No, I use clean back envelopes. I don't use yellow notepads.
Oh my gosh, Mako does the same thing.
What, clean back envelopes?
No, just does things like you do with like pulling up a thing and you just like
clean back envelopes are the way to go. Those are like wasted resources right there. So I'm just
Mako showed his post-it that one time, and he was just like, "Yeah, I've got it written down right here."
Was it a post-it? It was like a yellow. It was like a legal pad, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was for my throwdown event.
Yeah, it was a legal pad. Yeah.
So something that you guys need for your fridge in your kitchen. Okay, you ready for this magicalness?
I am.
You need some cat butt magnets.
Where in the world does that go on your fridge?
Go on your fridge, so you just have a whole bunch of cat butts sticking out of your fridge.
I'll pass.
Now that
I'm not a fan of cat butts.
That is the catch me out right there.
Linda likes to stick her butt in her face all the time, and I'm not a fan. She's awful.
You know what? I applaud Linda for her resourcefulness.
Okay.
I don't know. Going back to trap, I feel like we were actually in 125. We were just doing it, and it's 10 million roughly, and my average attack is, or total rally damage is about 270. So just using round numbers, 250,000. So it would take me 40 rallies in order to beat level 30 of trap.
But isn't that a lot easier now with Chaos Trap? Because everybody can set, then they can join like 5 more. It feels like because of Chaos Trap and the number of rallies, because the number of rallies that people are doing now is increased by a lot, right? Like I think even with us in like 359, we have, I think per trap somewhere around like 30 rallies or something going, and that's usually with just like 16 people on at most. Because we have like everyone setting and then rallying. So I think that's probably, I think Sean just said it in the chat too. He said it's easier to beat 30 with chaos rallies just because everyone, don't forget also the buffs with the cell donations. Because if you push it to level 5, you don't have to do it all the time, but if you do push it to level 5, you can beat it a little bit easier because you get all the bonuses, and then you get all your rallies in with all the increased damage. Like it can, 30 doesn't, you guys are doing it, but I've noticed we've been doing a lot better with some of the levels that were more difficult for us without really increasing the number of players, but just simply by having all of these different things like chaos rallies and the cell increases.
I think it would take 3 max players in your alliance to beat 30 comfortably, because I think we just did 71 overall rallies, and we did just around 6 million damage of the 10 needed, but that's only with me because I was on stream. I only did 2 rallies, and one of them was not to, because I don't need anything anymore in the game. One of them was just 1 troop. But the difference between So I do 277,000 total rally damage as it was, and then with me just sending one troop, I did 225,000. So the difference was like just minimal between the two, which is crazy. But that's how it goes. If I'm sending one hunter or I'm sending 160,000 hunters, there's only a 50,000 difference in overall. So I don't know. I think you need 3 max players or close to max players in order to get it done.
Daedric, are y'all beating 30 in your alliance?
Yep.
How many max players do you have?
We can't really say any because no one's maxed on plasma research, so none.
Wow.
If we're talking maxed on gear, we've got plenty, and we've got lots of people maxed on heroes. But with the new introduction of T11 and the plasma research building, that's taken away the whole concept of people being maxed unless they've already bought all the plasma needed.
But I think what we're talking about is like max gear and heroes, right? At this point.
Yeah, we've got plenty. We've got at least 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the trap's going to be updated to 48. Then they did some optimization of hero upgrading. One tap upgrade. The combat manuals required for max level will be calculated automatically. Upgrading now only needs to one tap. Use combat manuals continuously through long press, and then service center and upgrade. Service center will replace help and support soon. I'm interested to see that. Has that came out yet? No.
Mm-hmm. No, the service center, no. The heroes thing, yes.
The service center hasn't came out yet, but we'll see what that does. So as far as the one tap upgrade, hero upgrading, what do you guys think about that? I mean,
so that's actually broken.
Broken.
So what happened? So if you guys recall the old system, when you clicked, so actually, Venom, if you don't mind pulling up the menu, I can't see your screen, so I don't know if you have it up or not.
I'll pull it up. I'm in heroes.
Yeah, so the experience, if you go to apply experience books.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys recall the old system, when you hit an experience book of a certain kind, so let's go 100 XP and you clicked it, it would automatically allow you, it would pop up with a menu that would allow you to select the maximum amount of books that you had in your inventory at that given time. A little pop-up would go. And it does the same thing for speed ups. It actually still does that for speed ups. If you are training and you click a 5-minute speed up, it'll pop up the amount of speed ups maximum you need to complete your training of the troops. And it did the same thing for experience. The problem now is it doesn't do that anymore. You have to hold down the button and it'll automatically apply. But do you have a whole bunch of books in there, Venom?
Mm-hmm. If I tap it once, it just uses a certain amount, and then I have to tap it again to get it all the way.
Yeah. So hold the button down. Watch how slow it goes.
Oh yeah, it does it in segments.
But that's not what it's supposed to do, though. The upgrade level button is the new feature.
That one is the one that goes up all the way.
So upgrade level will use the books needed to get you to the next level. So you don't have to worry about picking which book. It tells you exactly how many it's going to use to get you to the next one.
So that's the problem. It's not doing that either. That's where it's broken. It's not doing that either. I have more than a sufficient amount of books to get to the next upgrade level, but it's telling me I don't have enough upgrade books to get to the next upgrade level. Wow. So it's forcing me to tap the screen.
Really? So it's working for mine, but
it works for me. I haven't had that issue.
But the only problem I have with it is the fact that it doesn't tell you, or it wasn't telling me the overall amount that I had. Like I try to budget it out. Like I've got, of the new heroes, I've got all but one in general. So I want to save to kind of get them, the when I get the last 30 frags I need to get the last hero up to general, I was like, oh, if I push this one button, it just kind of does it. But I don't know if I have enough to get the other hero to like 75 if I push this button. You know what I mean?
Oh, it doesn't tell you how many you're using, kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean the other one was kind of one click too, because if you had enough, you could just be like, you just click on the one button. It wasn't like you had to go like this, and click it
Isn't
1,000
it the same
times.
though? I guess I'm confused. If you had enough books, you could have used all of your books and just pressed that button and leveled up, right? You
Right.
could just as easily press the upgrade level button. It would do exactly the same thing.
Yeah, I think the only thing that this one does is it breaks down, like if you don't have to multi-click. Like if you only had enough hundreds and then you needed 1,000, it'll take the 100 and the 1,000 that you need to kind of put it together. So it truly is one click for this one, as opposed to it being like, you don't have enough hundreds, so use all your hundreds, then use 1,000 or whatever the case may be.
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, it's as far as it's nice. If you just want to push one button and get it done. I don't know if it was that necessary.
I mean, it's all right.
It felt like one of those things that did not require an update.
Yeah, I would 100% agree with that. I feel like if you're going to devote time to something, that's probably not one that was like a quality of life optimization because it didn't feel broken or it didn't feel like it needed that, because you really only changed the graphics on that, not really the mechanisms too much. You know what I do like that I noticed, and this might be something that nobody else cares about, but I care about it, is on the Intel.
The shade?
Yes. Like it's
Nice.
something so simple, but do you know how many times I would go and be like, oh gosh,
Click
did
on
I
the
already
same
start one? Did I just start that one and then have to look for the line marching? Like that's kind of that to me is a good quality of life update. To be honest, it's one of those that I'm happy with. What do you guys think?
No, I like it because I would always have to be like, I click out of it and then I click back into it and I'd be like, oh, I already did this one.
Yeah, already did this
and
one.
then everything else will be done except the one, and then it's just like, another.
Yeah, I like the
great.
shading.
And that's the long march. It's a 4-minute march or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I did like that. The thing that I was looking forward to the most was the extra frag thing. Where if you got extra frags with someone, you were going to be able to swap it out for something else. But that hasn't happened yet.
So I saw questions, and actually I'm going to get at the questions. Was there anything else before we get to those questions? And one of them I think was the frag thing. But was there any other like graphic optimizations that I didn't notice that you guys have noticed that were good?
Oh, that's what I wanted to mention. It doesn't tell you which rally joiner skills apply. Not that it told you which hero skill it would apply anyway, but it doesn't tell you which ones it's using. It used to be like when you joined a rally or when you had a rally going for like a fortress or a tower or something, it'd be like, oh, this person's skills are being used. One skill in effect, or this one's skills in effect, or something along those lines. It doesn't tell you that in the new rally screen.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, does it tell you skills are in effect, but it doesn't tell you which one? What do you mean?
Doesn't do it anymore. It just doesn't give you that
even say
information
it
anymore. Yeah.
Oh.
Like if you look at your rally, normally under your name, it would tell you that you had like a skill and everything in effect, and then every time somebody joined, it would tell you that too. Now it doesn't.
Yeah, and it would randomly skip over someone or go to a next person or something.
Why did they take
there's almost
that
no
out?
rhyme
There's
or
a
reason.
No, there's a reason they took it out. Does it mean that the skills don't matter? Like the skills in effect doesn't apply anymore?
Possible, but we have no real way of checking all these mechanics very easily. That's the problem. So.
But that's kind of shady. That's what my assumption would be. Is like if you took it out, does it mean it doesn't apply now?
I feel like skills are more important now than ever with the way like fortresses and bunkers facilities are taking place. Like now, if you're in a facility, you can drop your like strongest stat person into and not make them leader, and choose the strongest skill person.
It is
and make them
there,
leader. and then boom. Is it?
Yes. So to see it, click on Rally Benefits next to your name and then scroll all the way down to the bottom. So they made it graphical. They just don't have it on that main screen now.
Wait a minute.
And you'll, next to your name where it says Rally Benefits,
Yeah.
click on it. It brings up a pop-up. Scroll all the way down to the bottom.
Yeah, I see it.
So
Rally
they
members.
changed it so that you have to kind of like search for it now.
You actually have to go in and scroll down to that to see.
But now it has the picture of the avatar of whoever's doing it, so you can see which skills are coming from which people without clicking on it.
Exactly.
That's true.
Ooh.
So it's kind of like the troops. You kind of have like a extra step in order to kind of do all of this. In the case of the troops, I think it was a little bit cumbersome, right? Because there's too many of them. This one actually does work out. It just, you don't see it in the text anymore to know exactly. You have to click into the rally benefits. I wish they changed the order and put those at the top.
Yeah.
But I think more people would pay attention to the skills than kind of looking at the stat benefits that quickly.
I agree too. They should have put that
So,
at the top.
Yeah. I would move that to the top if they can reorder it, but they do have it there with more graphical display.
Listen, devs, move that to the top. Okay, cool.
My only gripe with the new rally system, and this is completely OCD, but when it's a full rally, that bar stays green, like you can still click it.
Yeah.
When you join it, it grays out, but if it's full, it still stays green, just like when it says join. So it just kind of bugs my OCD, but
Yeah. It's green but full. It's like those, it's like when you log in, it's like, you know, when you're loading up the new update, it says, do you want to enter or access now? It's like, wait, what? Like, what exactly am I supposed to pick between access now and okay?
It's like the map thing too. Remember when it would say, do you want to...
Yeah, do you want to continue or okay or something?
Yeah, okay or continue. I can't remember what it says. Search again or okay. I can't. Yeah, it was something weird. They changed it though, but it was funny. Okay. So anything else visual wise that have changed with the update? I can't think of anything. Again, I haven't been playing a whole lot, but I haven't noticed anything else. So I'm going to get some questions. There was a lot of questions here that I missed. Buzzsaw was killing it on the questions. Did you see how many he's
they're
got?
good questions too. I told them we would get to them. Oh, and Daedric, they still haven't fixed lighting slippers for
Lightning
your
slippers.
rider.
Lighting slippers.
Lighting. It's not lightning. It's not lightning slippers.
No,
it's
like
lighting slippers.
Not only was it slippers, it was lighting, and they meant to put lightning. So the fact that somebody, after weeks of these lighting slippers, like, it makes me think I'm going to like Payless shoes, and I'm grabbing those shoes. When you tap them on the ground, they light up on the plastic bits on the bottom of the feet. That's what I think of.
Like the jellies that light up. Oh man, I used to love those jellies, man.
They're working in like a movie, and he's a lighting person, and they have slippers on while they're using the
They're really quiet, so we can step around and do lighting special.
Yeah, but you know the whole set is called the lighting set, right? The whole thing is called the lighting set. It's the lighting night vision goggles, it's the lighting top, and the lighting slippers.
Yeah.
They're consistent, if nothing else.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Also, what was up with this? What was up with the SOS in just the one message? And I believe that's Korean. I believe. Did you guys get that message?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I understand, different languages and stuff, but there should be a translate button for us. Because otherwise, like, I went to collect it, but, like, we could have been going anywhere. Like, I have no idea. Like, I could have been on the dark web somewhere. I wouldn't have known it.
So here's
one of those 300 cats.
Yeah, right. I did too. I'm flagged now somewhere, I'm sure.
You've been like, click this button, and we collect your firstborn. And I'm like, 300 caps.
All right, there you go. Take him. He's a pain in the ass anyway. All right. Yeah, so There we go. Okay, so question. Buzzsaw said he's getting ready for SBS, just finished his spy account. What a pain making those. I don't know who has the damn time to make all these spy accounts. Who has time to do all this stuff? Like, I can barely play one account. I've got two, and I'm losing my mind. Like, I don't know how people play all these spy accounts.
Yeah, this is like, what is this, the six SBS we've had?
I don't know.
6 or 7.
Yeah, 6 or 7.
I mean,
so they've got that many spy accounts on top of all their alts?
Yeah. There's people that
That's
have
insanity.
like multiples in every state just so that they have them ready and they're growing for if they get paired up with the SBS. And I'm like, how do you keep up with that stuff? And it's not like they're people that are stuck at home with COVID, or they just aren't working as much. No, these are people with full-time jobs and they're still able to do this. I have no idea.
Yeah, that takes time.
Dude.
Because in the beginning, you're like, oh, I got to sit through this Sarge mission.
I got to go through this damn tutorial one more time.
I can't speed up
and level
anything.
up Jane some so I have a character. It's crazy.
Might give me a chance to actually read the story of the entire game.
I can't do it.
Has anybody been reading the daily stories?
I know you have. I'm gonna ask you to just summarize it for me.
Mako, was it you that sent me a DM to like give me like updates on the story? Who was it? Somebody did, because they heard me in the last one talk about how I don't read the stories, and they were like, "It's actually a very good story. Here, let me give you the rundown on it." It kind of gave me the whole rundown, and it does sound interesting. Don't get me wrong. I just don't have the time to be reading all of those. I probably will at some point, but I don't know how people even do farm accounts. Like Mako, you have a farm account. Delete, you have Backspace. Finn, you have a farm account on 359.
Nope.
Right?
It is not a farm account. It is just an alt that I was using in order to try and figure out how
like testing
playstyle is different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Delete, Daedric, do you have a farm account?
No.
What are you doing back there? Are you just working and like planning out your day over there?
I'm organizing my filing cabinet.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I can't. I don't have time for it.
I have told you 1,000 times I have never had an alt, and I will never have an alt.
You could get one on 359. It would be a blast. Just saying. All right.
If I'm going to get an alt, it's going to be on state 69, and that's final.
Fine. Okay, let's see. Buzzsaw said, question. Just finished all the Plasma 5 buildings. Should I do the new research with a balanced approach or try to do one section at a time? Obviously, this is for Daedric and Delete, because...
It's a good question. So the first thing I would look at is see where the other people in your state are. You're like number one competitor, try and plan around that. Like if they've already maxed out infantry, you might want to go there just so your kind of stats kind of even out that way. Just to play a little bit more matchy with them. So this way you have a bit more of a better chance, because I haven't seen, like if you max out Rider first and they don't have max out Rider, I don't know if that's enough to win, the battle against them. So I would try and,
did you just
if
say
you were
matchy,
beating
matchy?
them before,
You said matchy.
Totally did. So what was I saying? Before I said matchy, and after I said matchy.
No, I'm sorry.
Rider versus everybody else, if it makes a difference.
Yeah, so you should try and plan, if you were beating them before, you should try and plan on that, because once you equal where they're at, you'll start beating them again. I went infantry first because that was the strongest, or the most important unit in your army for a really long time. It's since decreased. And then I went hunter for trap, and then I finished up with rider.
Wait. Infantry's now decreased?
Yeah.
Man.
Not like...
You take
one
week
critical
off from the game,
anymore.
and then boom, all the mechanics change again. Because like infantry was like boss for like what 2 weeks ago.
It should be like 60% infantry. It's still a lot,
high,
but it's not
80%.
It's not like
70%.
It's not like you're going up against someone you're putting like 80% infantry, or when you're just like going against anything and you're putting like your reinforcements are 90% infantry. You shouldn't do that anymore. It should kind of be more leveled out.
Gotcha. All right, let's see. Next question. Do you have a promo code for zombie coffee? Not yet, but maybe. We're working on it.
I have a
What?
Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
question.
Okay.
I have a question for Zombie Coffee and Donuts.
Yeah.
Do they offer cheese platter?
I don't think so.
I'm thoroughly acquainted with their menu because I'm stalking them pretty actively, and it is solid. And I think I am going to order myself a do-it-yourself kit.
The
or
DIY
a
donut
dozen
kit?
donut.
I do want to do the DIY donut kit. I need to make sure with them like how well it ships and how fast.
How
I
has
don't wanna eat stale
no
donuts.
one done that before?
I don't know, but it's very ingenious though. I think it's a cool thing where you like design your own donuts and they give you like a little thing of how to make like a spider donut and all that stuff. I think it's cool. But I can tell you that
I
I'm
like
drinking
25 of those and have like a birthday party.
They sent me the coffee that they sent me was a chocolate and citrus, and I was like, ooh.
Ooh.
No, at first I was like, ugh, no, I don't think I would want that. And then Matthew slipped it in and said, here, try your coffee. And I was like, oh, that's delicious. What is it? And then he told me what it was. And so I was surprised because I usually don't like citrusy and I don't like sweet flavors and stuff. So it was really good. But anyway, next question. So no, we don't have a promo code, but we'll work on that. We're just getting into it. We're hopefully maybe one day get to a point where we're getting some stuff and we're putting them out as prizes and promo codes. We don't know. We're just starting the working relationship with them, but so far it's good. Let's see. Next question. Hey, Apex Predator, who is boss in 359, by the way. You're doing great. Question from Buzzsaw. The one of two Uber whales in my state just left for politics, causing a huge rift in my guild. Should I follow him to stay at in-game level or scale back my expectations? That's a really good question.
Really depends on your way of playing.
Say that again, Mako. What did you say?
It really just depends on his way of playing. I mean, my expectations have been curbed since the first Capitol when Wall walked all over us for a while. So
yeah. Depends on your enjoyment
Good old
too.
days.
What do you get enjoyment out of the game? Do you just like to play the game and do some of the events, or do you want to be like, delete and Daedric level kind of thing? It really depends on your expectations as far as like how you enjoy things. If you can scale back your expectations, that's probably always the answer, just to get enjoyment with lowered expectations. But a lot of people can't do that though. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think?
To be quite honest with you, I feel like the fact that I'm a maxed account kind of hurts Law because it puts us in battles in Res Raid against Beast. It's like, okay, I can take a lot of stuff, but then everybody else is having a damn tough time. So it's rough. So you should kind of build your alliance around kind of everyone growing together as best as possible, if that even is possible. Don't necessarily go to like jump to someone strong because either you won't get selected or for Res Raid and not take part in it anyway, or you get crushed in Res Raid and just have to sit there for an hour.
Well, and there's something to be said for being, like he said, scale back my expectations and stay in the guild he's at. But if you are a top level whale, like you were one of two, or you were one of the three top in your alliance, they left. Now you are the tippy top of your guild. They're going to depend a lot on you. So it's a lot of responsibility. Like Delete here, can't leave Law even if he wanted to, because everybody else under him is dependent on him to actually play the game now, because we have such a high competition level in our state. And in, like you said, Res Raid and SVS. It's like nobody else could
would
play.
just go like this.
Yeah, nobody else could play.
If I left Law, the scales would just go like this.
Yeah.
And then the state would this wouldn't try to come up. It would just
die out. Yeah. Like, what's the point? Like, so that's kind of another thing to consider. I mean, I don't know, dude. That's a hard question to answer. But I mean, at the same time, if the guild that you're in is happy with just kind of running things on a lower level and you're happy with that, then go with that. Like, it's just really, that's a hard decision. I don't know. I don't envy you.
Yeah, I mean, to be a big thing too, if you're in a state that's already at a pretty solid level of progression, I mean, your max level player is really going to help you win bunkers and facilities, right? So, I mean, that's all they're really going to do. And if you no longer need most of the stuff at bunkers and facilities because they haven't changed the rewards in such a long time, you really don't need that top position anymore because you're not competing in state. You're playing the game for trap, horde, and res rate, so, and SVS, which are going to go either way. So it really does depend. Like Mako said, it depends on your gameplay. I don't think you should change your expectations because I think you should always, your expectations in this game and any game is just to have fun.
Yeah.
So.
Definitely. I think that's what it is. If you can have fun playing where you're at, play where you're at. If you need to move to have fun, then move. Question, what's the optimal way to face the final trap level? On the trap today, we ran 16 rolling rallies and still were well short of winning. I think we kind of went over that. Like I think Delete said you really need to have 3 max geared level people to beat 30. When he says final trap, does he mean the new update final trap, or is he talking about 30? I don't know.
I feel like someone put up a stat in chat for level 32, which is 12 million.
12 million?
Yeah, so it's just going to be a progressive grind, till you have everything that you need.
Interesting. All right. Question, another one from Buzzsaw. Why isn't there something to do with the shards? And we call them shards. That's what we use in another game, but it's frags. Once characters get to general the way they do with extra event swag. And we were talking about this earlier, is that we thought that there was going to be a trade-in. Like, where was that said? I can't remember where it was said.
Somebody sent it in Law Discord.
It was in a response to in a message somewhere. What was it?
Let me see if I can pull it up.
Because they said that they were working on doing that, but I don't know if they are.
Someone put a screenshot of what it looked like. It actually looked pretty cool. I mean, it's better than what happens now, which is absolutely zero.
Yeah.
I wish I could just level Jane to 1 billion.
Somebody posted in Law's Discord, it's a screenshot of like when we did the recycling store event, when you had the extra items and you traded them in for stuff. And it's a picture of, looks like tickets maybe. And so you got to get these tickets, then you can trade in a ticket plus 25, this one says Sarge fragments for an hour worth of training speed ups.
Not a great conversion, but
I mean, it's better than nothing. I'm just sitting in your bag. So we had an event where you go quests and then trade in old frags for speed ups. So I guess he's saying they had an event somewhere.
It's just the leftover stuff from like if you have extra Christmas hats or like salt and pepper shakers or whatever, where they just kind of clean out your backpack for random things like that. That'll never come around again.
Are they saying it was in the PTR or something?
The PTR.
The person who posted in Discord just said it's just a screenshot of somebody's game. So
it's somewhere. We just don't know if it's going to be released to everybody yet.
Yeah.
All right. That would be cool. I mean, not that I have a lot of useless frags, but there's always Jane and,
Yeah, the 4 that were in his screenshot were
Sarge,
Ghost, Sarge, Eva, and Jane.
Gotcha.
So the Ghost fragments, it was 25 plus whatever the specialty item is for that event, and you got a 5-minute speed up. And then the purple heroes, it was an hour speed up of trading.
You guys, I bet Delete and Daedric both have like an excessive, ridiculous amount of frags.
It would, I mean...
Like Sarge frags? I wonder how many Sarge frags you have.
They don't even let you see.
They don't let you see it. It's gotta be...
You've gotta have so many. I can't even imagine.
Funny thing about how much excess I have. I was like, I've never tabulated how many reserves or how many resources I've had of each thing. So in the PTR, because it's going away, I opened up every resource I had. And I had
billions and billions.
28 billion.
Oh my gosh.
of food and wood. Just 28 billion. Everything was in the billions.
And it's a shame too
just-
because you have too many troops and you're too strong so that you can't just like get out of the alliance and then empty your troops out. You can't do that. Like
Yeah, I mean, even like the research, the new research building was pretty extensive. The amount of resources you need, and it was about 3 billion of each resource or of food and wood to get it, and I haven't even touched what I've opened in the regular account.
It's so funny.
28 billion.
It's so funny, like when you get to that end game and you don't need res anymore, but like the struggle from like 28 to 30 is so real. The struggle with res, so funny. Okay. Next question.
Never had a struggle, by the way, but continue.
That's because you are a farmer. You farm. Like, you have your time set. Like, you probably wake up in the middle of the night to send out your farms, right?
You know those resource nodes are there for farming, right?
I
Like,
know
they're in the
that.
game
And I
for
send them out in the morning, and I send them out in the evening. I don't get on and, like, time myself
So
and
you send them out in the morning and then the evening. So that's like, what, 16 hours, right? Mako, how much time does it take for a march to just, clear out a level 8 resource node?
For me, I just sent them out like 2 hours ago. It's like 7 hours and 15 minutes if you use the correct hero. And I have all of the economic research done for gathering speed. So.
And McVenom, you're doing it every 16. So that means you're missing out on like the whole set of nodes in between there. Just saying.
I wish I had that SpongeBob meme where you're just missing out on all these resources.
Just saying.
When we had that anniversary book that came out that told us all of our feats, at that point it said I'd gathered 8.7 billion resources. How much I'd gathered?
Wow.
I guarantee you, mine's at like 100 mil. Like, and that's it.
Oh, can I still pull up the book? I think I still can pull up the book. That's
You go
gotta
to
be
your
a funny
intel
number.
and you go to your collection and it's there.
My intel?
Yeah, you know those collections where you're doing all that stuff?
Yeah.
It's the last thing is your book.
And it's frozen at the year point, so it's whatever it was when it came out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where's the resources?
It varies, I think. It depends on like what you had done, so I think everyone's is showing something different in terms of stats. So mine doesn't show resources, so mine tells me that let me see.
I have collected 98 million resources. That's it.
Really? Wow. Oh, here's mine.
I'm just not a farmer. I can't help it.
Oh, I have 1.3 billion resources and consume 2.6.
Oh, whatever. Okay, I'm going on to the next question.
Is that your 125 you're looking at with
No.
90 million?
359, but I guarantee you 125 wouldn't be much better.
Check your 125. I want to see what your 125 is.
Oh, gosh.
I've collected 4.1 billion.
That's not bad. I'm at 1.3 compared to your 4.1. And I'd only played like
4.1.
a few months at that point. Yay!
Well,
And consumed 32.6 billion.
Yeah, mine's double, so I'm 2.6.
That's insanity.
It does
That's
tell me
still
I'm harder than 99% of the Chiefs, though. That's a nice compliment. I'm just
bet
a
you
very odd
Daedric-
way of stating it, but it's.
I bet you Daedric hasn't farmed much resources either. I mean, I'm positive he hasn't.
You want to know what's gross?
What's gross? Cat butts?
I have got 60 billion of each resource, and I have consumed at least another half of that in my time playing the game. So almost 100 billion of each during my tenure.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, so I did better. In 125, I have collected 2.2 billion resources.
Okay, at least you have farmed more than I have on my new account. That's good. I would have laughed at you forever, by the way, if I had far more than you.
Yeah, and I have a year head start on you too, though. So,
Yep.
like,
Yeah,
I mean,
I would
that
have laughed
doesn't
at you
really-
forever.
I mean, I'm a total slacker. I mean, honestly, that's just the way it is. Okay. Next thing, Apex Predator said, "Wait, is this the same Daedric that kills all the people?"
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, if we go to Alliance, you can still see
billions and billions killed.
Let's see leader, all states. Let's see where we're at. Not Alliance kills, solo kills.
Someone was catching him. Someone was coming
Look at
close.
there. Somebody is Daedric. What's going on with that?
I've been relaxing.
So this is Daedric. He's got 2 million kills.
Billion.
I'm sorry, 2 billion million. 2 billion kills, and he's got 2,058,000,000, and then the other guy's got 2 billion. Oh my gosh, he's really close, Daedric.
Yeah, it's a 58 million gap.
You better do something.
He's been working on it.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna let him pass me.
I was gonna put an alt in Daedric State and just build T1s nonstop, and just let him
Just throw him
ravage my base. Just let him ravage me.
Oh, you know what? I can take that so many ways, and I like all the ways.
Oh my gosh. Okay, next.
Just gonna let him fill my enlistment. I was watching Wonder Woman 84 or whatever, and she goes, "I want to be an Apex Predator," and I was like,
Well,
Apex Predator. I know Apex Predator.
Venom never said this is a PG stream, so they'll be filling a lot of holes tonight.
Yeah, it's definitely not PG. We have never been PG. We're more like NC-17.
No, we're
Yeah.
not.
I'm like cashing in soda pop here and
All
doing
right.
all kinds
Question.
of things.
Question again from Buzzsaw. What do you think about the new collection storylines? Anyone else notice the horrible grammar though? Cheap translations, but I love adding some spice to intel. So yeah, there is some horrible grammar. The one time that I did read something, I can't remember what it said, but it was like a weird. It didn't make any sense on the collection.
I love how Rusty dropped an F-bomb. That was nice. That was a while ago though. I did read another one, and then before I skipped it, I was like, "Oh, where's this coming from?"
I wish there was a way you could go back and read them because they don't give you that option.
Yeah, they do.
If where I can't see the option to like read all the text that I get.
Oh, you
from
mean
Rusty
like
and...
of the active? Oh yeah, no.
Yeah,
you
like
can't.
when they all start popping up on the screen and they start talking, like I
Yeah.
can't go back and see that story.
Yeah, you
When
can't.
I'm doing intel, like I'm just trying to get in and out of my intel because I only have so much time. I need to set my rally or set my march, get it done. Like I'm multitasking between sending a march out and doing the challenge ones and then doing the like retrieve the troop ones. It's like I don't have time to read it then. Later on, I'll have more time. I don't have any intels to do. I would like to read it, but I can't see it. So it would be nice to be able to go back and actually like read the whole story, what everyone was saying, and like being able to catch up on that. But...
Look at the love is love, and it's like a minority, however, don't agree. And then it said, maybe these people have truly lost their minds, but only time will tell. P.S. Congratulations to the human lady and the infected gentleman on their marriage. Some of them were just wild. Like, I probably should go through and read these. But yeah, the grammar is kind of bad.
They brought Willie back for a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Willie hasn't been around in a while, so that was good to see him.
The Marty McFly vest.
So just a note on the grammar, if you will. This is going to be my New Year's rant. I know Venom had one at the beginning of the stream, as she so pointed out. This game has generated over $10 million created. Pardon my French. You can afford a fucking English grammar professional with the revenue that has been brought in. Like you have people spending $80,000 for one person. You can afford somebody to spell.
Yeah.
Period.
I agree.
Just
or even
That's
just
gotta be where Arter's at.
Get a really good intern. Get a really good language intern in there and just get them to proofread everything over and over again. Get a whole team of them to proofread each other, and it would be fine. Everything would be fine.
Or just don't spend time on the story. You know, like if you're gonna do it,
Do it right. Yeah.
You know,
If you're gonna do it right. I agree.
Because I actually lose the excitement. Like, so remember when they released the beta for the water tournament and how bad the grammar was? Like, you just stop reading. You can't read it because it's so bad. It completely, it's a buzzkill, really.
Well,
It
you
is
couldn't understand it, so you couldn't focus on it and get excited about it because it was almost in.
it was a mess.
Yeah. Speaking of that, did you just see that Buck Futter just helped? He just popped up on here. Yeah, we're not PG. We're not a PG stream. Let's see. Any other questions? Lonely said infantry is a must. I don't think we ever said infantry wasn't, but we might have been talking about infantry not being as strong as they were as far as how many we needed, but you still need a shiz ton of them. He said rally leaders should have max infantry stats and gears. In the report, click battle. It will show the infantry unit fighting it out. Whoever loses infantry battle loses. Yeah, so he's talking about battle where you can replay. Is that what he's talking about? The replay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the problem is if you have too much infantry, you don't do enough damage to their infantry so that you can get overtaken that way also. So I've seen battles where it's like 800,000 infantry losing to, 600,000 because of the hunters that are in there, because of the riders that do damage that'll have like that random burst. Whenever you see like in that battle report, you'll see like all 3 columns take a hit. That's the rider buff, that does that. So you need a collection of all 3 in order to kind of really win it. And it was 70%, infantry for a while, and then they changed that.
Maz Kanata, she said, I totally agree about those stories at Buzzsaw. Seriously, they can't run that by someone first. That's the whole thing. It's like you don't have like a person that can read these for you. It's funny. Apex.
It must be like the boss. It must be like the boss writing it, and it's like, what do you think? And they're all like, yeah.
Everybody's scared to tell him it's crap. Oh my gosh, that's funny.
You did it.
Who's going to be the one to tell him he's misspelled this? Not me. Apex Predator question: is it worth upgrading to Plasma 5 to get the plasma cannon? Also, how does it work and what is it if I can't immediately get all my barracks up?
So plasma cannon is just a pure defensive structure that you get when you're level 5, and it can protect 3 people in a radius around you. And I mean, the problem with it is that when you're going to attack someone that has it on, it shows you that they have it on. It's not like it's a surprise. But what it basically is I select Mako in law to go ahead and be the recipient of my plasma cannon protection. If someone attacks Mako, it goes ahead and just fires and does extra damage, increasing the losses and increasing the chance of him winning against a superior opponent that would be attacking him. That's how that works. I will say also that if Mako has a shield on and you go ahead and select him as a plasma cannon protector, or I'm giving him plasma cannon protection, it will break his shield. So that's kind of something you have to be kind of worried about.
Wait. It will break it'll break his shield if he protects me and I get hit?
If Mako puts on a 24-hour shield and then I go ahead and just decide to select him as one that I want to protect, it'll break his shield.
So what if you already had the protection? You can put a shield on.
Fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, you scared me for a minute
you almost wouldn't want to though.
I got like 20 people gunning for me this SVS because it's all old people that used to be in State 125, and they're just like all going ranting like, I'm gonna kill and 0 T McVenom, and I'm like, no you won't, bitches. I got 24-hour shields. You ain't gonna do nothing. But now that just scared me. Like, yeah.
1 troop.
Yeah. I would. That'll be fun to play some trap there. Okay.
Plasma cannon does not work during Horde. Or Res Raid.
All right, next one. Let's see. Next question. Sorry, I had to turn it off. I had kids running in and out for a second.
Gift code.
We were good. So we do have gift codes. By the way, we have 3 gift codes. But Finn and I were talking about this, and we're deciding to hold those until closer to the end, because if we give one away, everyone will be able to guess the other 2. That's just the way they're designed. You'll know what I'm talking about when I throw up the first one. So I didn't want to put the first one up, and then it got spread around, and then everybody would blow up the second and the third one.
The first one is S.
No.
Second one is O.
No.
I'm just kidding. Don't
yeah.
put those in.
But the third one would be the same as the first. You failed.
You failed, yeah.
Which is why I said it wouldn't work. Then call.
The correct answer
The
is
third
state.
code would have a dot in it. It'd be .s.
Yeah.
Yes,
Or
S
exclamation
dot.
point.
O dot and then S.
Exclamation point.
So Lonely and Liddy both said in State 10 and in State 1, they had that event where the 3K frags of Sarge and Ghost and Rusty, like those showed up for you to trade them in. So maybe they're just, like State 1 through 10, they've been using this testing. So maybe it's going to be released pretty soon. Hopefully. That would be good. Let's see. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, you answered that. Does the plasma cannon work with the Horde event? Yeah, it's good. Minecraft PvPer asks, what state are you guys in? So, Delete, myself, and Mako are all in state 125. Delete is in 359, with Finn is in 359, and I'm in 359. Delete's in there, but he doesn't ever play it. I basically play 359 more than 125 now, because 125 is just Kraken Central. Like, we have millionaires playing in there, so I just can't keep up.
You do?
What?
You played 359 more?
Shush. I do, actually. I do.
Do you even realize you're R5 right now?
No, I didn't realize.
See, this is what I'm just saying. Like, it's just... it's just
Finn,
one of these things.
My parents have COVID right now. I'm dealing with some stuff. Leave me alone.
You can only play that card for so long, and now is
until
that
the
time.
end of the
So
week,
yes,
and then
play
they're
it as
out
many
of it,
times
and
as
I'm
you want
done.
right now.
I have to go back.
You get to play that right now.
Yeah. So that's why I passed it to you, Finn. You're supposed to be taking over as leader for me while I'm out.
I know. I passed it back to you so I could use an alliance relocator in order to get back from facility, so I didn't have to use an advanced relocator.
Gotcha. Well, look who's about to get. There we go. We're good. We're back to normal. So yeah, I've been trying to get Mako and Delete to play more in 359, but they have responsibilities in 125. I'm the total slacker there. I'm like a 1-star, and I don't matter over there, so it's fine. Daedric is in state 42, and Daedric actually is the top kill in the whole game. Top kill count for now in the whole game.
I love how you stress the for now part. That's
I've got to
funny.
pick on you. It's your first time back in a while. I've got to pick on you a little bit. I'm waiting for some old jokes to come in. Yeah, so that's where we all play. Mako, you're only in 125, right?
Yeah.
Mako's a busy guy too. He can't play in a bunch of
I have a second account that doesn't get as much love as it does now because I don't need resources. I don't need to farm it.
Oh, you should just make a second account in 359 and come play with us. Just saying. Let's see. Sean, Zombie Coffee and Doubts? No doubts. Zombie Coffee and Donuts. That's what our sponsor is. Coffee and donuts.
No doubt.
No doubt. All right, yeah, so that's all the questions. Do you guys have anything else you want to talk about as far as like what's going? And Minecraft PvPer said, will you guys let in a low level? We will in 359. We are enjoying bringing in people and helping them learn the game. That's kind of what we do in RSG, because our Finn and I's alliance and RSG is basically just teaching people the game and
After
having fun with
SVS, you may be a 358 spy. Just throwing that out there.
it. See how bad I am. I'm just like, I don't care about spies. I'm just
He
like,
plays
come on in.
359 more than
Bring it on in.
125.
As long as
This
you
is where we are.
donate, you're
Give all
fine.
our secrets.
You're fine. Just donate. You'll be okay.
Durgan.
I can't
Durgan, how
believe
the hell
I saw
are ya?
your coffee comment, Durgan. It was pretty gross. I guess I said something about somebody slipping in, and Durgan said, was it hard to drink coffee while he was slipping in or something like that? I'm not answering that.
Yes, Buzzsaw is correct. We will kick you if you're like inactive beyond like a week, especially right now because we have like a merger and everything. So we are a fairly active alliance.
Yeah.
So the only exception right now is delete because delete is
Time to log back in.
Delete is kind of the delete's
I'm
a,
demoting.
like,
I'm demoting delete right now.
no, he gets a spot no matter what. Because if delete ever does decide to play somewhere, you're in trouble. Everybody's in trouble.
I would hope.
I don't know.
that
We kind of have
problem-
Apex now.
We do. Apex is like our beast, so yeah. But we've picked up
Would
a lot.
you
We're at,
like to
what-
have 2? No, I can't.
I don't want to put that on you, honestly. You've spent enough in 350 and 125. Just come have fun in 359.
We're up to rank 13 in our alliance now. Our alliance, I mean, that's pretty good for a bunch of just having
Wow.
fun.
I mean,
We're
Yeah,
actually
but-
higher than that. We're 13 because we had some facility and bunker fights, so we dropped a rank because we're down on BP while healing up before SBS.
Durgan said, "Welcome to the McVenom Kit Club."
Buzzsaw.
I do like kicking people. I do it in 125, even though I'm absolutely useless in 125. I still kick people occasionally just for fun.
Durgan's got his own special club by himself. He's
He
been
does.
kicked 2 times.
He's been kicked a couple
He's like
times.
he's
by
like the
me.
second tier of the Venom Kick Club.
He's a veteran.
Durgan is not getting kicked out of 359. Maz is protecting him, so you can't do anything.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mhm.
Oh.
He has Maz. You don't mess with Maz.
I don't mess with Maz. I'm telling you, I definitely don't mess with Maz, but I would do it just to kick Durgan out one more time though. Just saying. I'll ask for forgiveness later. All right.
I gotta find Gare. I gotta find Gare Bear.
Gare Bear's gone. You missed your chance. You missed your chance, Delete.
His base is still there.
No,
Is
I
it?
think his
His
base
base.
is gone because
It's
I think he
gone.
got burned from Horde. So
And
he's
it
invisible
just kind of
until
vanishes
he
until he
logs
logs
in.
back in.
So I think Gare is not.
You missed
anywhere
your
to be found.
chance. We were super stoked when like he was inactive. We were like, Delete's gonna get to burn him. It'll be fine.
Poor guy.
Durgan said, McVenom, I wish you guys could play this game with me. Also, McVenom kicks from Alliance.
Oh.
So Minecraft, if you want to join, you don't need to have our cord. What you can do, just exclamation Discord. We'll give you a link to our Discord if you're not already on there, and you can message me, Findy, and we can get you. If you can send me your cords whenever you're in 359, I can invite you. We have the settings on the application that you wouldn't be able to apply probably anyways as a newer player. But once you end up in the wilderness, just give me your coordinates and like your name, and we can add you. That's not a problem. It's
Yeah.
easier to add somebody into the alliance and having them apply because of the requirements that we have for the actual alliance, just for random people applying. But we can get you in.
I'm going to tell you, for players that are like wanting a chill place or just new to the game, 359 is probably an ideal spot to learn because we don't really have any drama and it's very chill. Granted, that doesn't make us very good in SVS. We're not very good at stuff like that, but it's a very cool, chill place to learn and grow and like test out mechanics and stuff like that. So we're enjoying it.
Nero, Nikki, and Apex almost started like a war between a couple of
Oh, well, I spoke too soon. Never mind. First, you just started. We're burning down the state. Never mind.
Whoopsie.
Yep.
That's what's gonna happen. Apex, Nero, and Nikki start taking charge.
Oh, yeah,
It's gonna be
because
like, we're
Nikki's
gonna be
30
warmongers in
now.
the state.
Nikki's 30 now, and Nero is, what is Nero at?
He's Plasma 2 still.
And he's Plasma 2. Oh, yeah. Shoot. There
I
you
finished
go.
all my
just got a
buildings,
third
so I'm
star on
starting my
125.
Plasma 2.
What?
Nikki just got her 3rd star on 125.
I'm gonna stay 1 star forever there. Forever. I'm gonna be the biggest account in the farm. I actually am not. I wouldn't even be the biggest account in the farm alliance. I would be like top 40.
There's a couple ghosts.
Yeah. It'll be fine.
Law needs another merge. It's coming.
Yeah.
We're gonna pick somebody up, kick a whole ton of people out.
How close are you to Plasma 2 and 125?
Pretty close. It's just I don't like you have to if you're not spending money on plasma, you have to actually log in quite consistently to get your plasma. Like Mako here's got a schedule. You got to get your labs going, and I don't do any of that stuff. I'm just logging in to just
apparently
get
not
dailies.
Okay.
I mean, Finn, you know me. Like, why is this surprising?
I'm Plasma 1. I finished all my buildings. I'm getting ready for Plasma 2, and you had the better Plasma lab for like months.
I am now full Plasma 2, not minus the new research building.
Yeah.
If I hit Plasma 2 in 359 before you hit it in 125, I'm going to laugh at you.
I'm not
going
to hit it in 125. I'm really not farming in there.
I'm laughing at you forever, so I'm just throwing
I'm
that out
truly about to move down to the farm in 125 and focus fully on 359 just because that's where I get enjoyment and that's where I'm going to play. I'm going to, that's my New Year's resolution, Finn. I'm going to start setting alarms and farming. Yes.
You're going to do none of that. You're going to set an alarm.
I am.
It's going to be at an inconvenient time. And then you're just going to be like, I'll just do this later.
Shh. I'm going to make sure that everybody in the stream holds me accountable that I'm going to be 30 by Friday. No, wait a minute. How many days do I need for 30 upgrade?
It's like 14, I think.
But I have speed ups to probably do half of that easily. Okay. So I'm going to be upgrading to 30 by Friday. I'll be at 30 by next stream.
You have talent relocator or the talent resets, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm good. It'll be fine. I'll be good. 30.
All right.
Oh,
Okay.
Results will come next stream.
Yeah. Yeah. I got
Real
tons of
life is
plasma.
gonna-
That's the good thing is I've got tons of plasma saved up already on 359.
Oh.
So
You have no idea what tons of plasma means. That
Okay.
new building is
I don't think you do.
insane.
Yeah.
how many do I
It took-
need? How many do I need
For
for first 1 star?
Oh.
I think it's 60 something per upgrade for the HQ, so you're probably around like 300. Let me double check because we just paid.
And then it's the troop buildings.
I got over 1K plasma saved up.
It is actually no, it's 132
So I'll make it what,
plasma
2 star?
per level to get to 1 star
I know.
on the HQ, and then it's 158 per upgrade on 2 star. That's where I am right now.
So I'll make it to probably 2 star with the plasma that I have.
No, because if you only have 1,000, then you have to upgrade the buildings first to get to Plasma 2.
Oh
So you'll
my
have to
gosh,
do the
math.
Plasma 1 HQ, then you'll have to do the Hero Precinct, plus I think it's the garage, if I remember correctly. No, it's
I feel
the
like-
range. It's the range. So you'll do the
I feel
range.
like I did.
and-
I feel like I did the troop buildings first, and then I did hero precinct last.
Yeah. You get, I mean, that's the way I did it too, because you get the benefit of the plasma troops for a while you're doing the hero precinct, especially
Yeah.
if you're a joiner. Because if you do hero precinct first, you get the increased attack, which is nice. But
Yeah.
that's only if you're going to be like the setter. If you're a joiner in all of your rallies, you're
just
much
want the
better off doing the
troops.
troops first. Yep.
Oh, so I mean, I would probably, honestly, I'll probably spend in 359. If I get to a point where I'm like wanting to go to the plasma 2 like immediately, I would just go ahead and spend.
You just don't want me being ahead of you, do you?
I won't do that at 125 because there's no point. Like everybody's already like there's so many heavy spenders. But in 359, yeah, I would do it to stay ahead of Finn.
Yeah, we have
bundles that they're selling.
Mm-hmm.
we have 4 max players, completely max players in
Yeah.
125, and we have I think it's over 30 5-star bases now. 20 of which I think are in one alliance.
Nope. Buzzsaw just said, and everyone who is listening just witnessed reason 1,348 that Venom is someday going to kill Finn.
Mm-hmm. It is. And now she's at the point where she's gonna like spend because she doesn't want me being ahead of her. It's
I
basically
totally would. I would totally spend to stay ahead of you.
She totally is. The thing is, her stats are better than mine because even for like the minimal amount that you spent, right? I can't make that up in chief gear. I can only beat you in like troop levels and all that kind of stuff. So your stats are still better than mine. And once you get to HQ 30, like our rally size is basically going to be the same. So you're going to become the better rally setter than I am.
Yep.
So you'll always have that above me. I'll just get to say that I have the 1-star and you're still 29. So.
Not for
You'll
long.
also have the benefit of being able to spend that money somewhere else.
This is true.
So
Your day's coming, Finn, because it won't be long before you guys start getting events where they give away cheap your maps. So
yeah,
we've gotten them.
Listen,
So
Mako, don't encourage him.
no, so I've seen those, right? The problem is I don't have enough resources to always keep getting them. So what I've realized is as a free to play, I'm not concerning myself with chief gear at all anymore. The events that I'm focusing on are the ones that give me plasma because my best contribution to any of our events will be if I can get to plasma 3 troops as quickly as possible for those additional bonus abilities to get better troops in the rallies.
To join
my
the
chief
people
gear is
with
going to
good
be
gear.
so
Yeah,
exactly.
other
I'm
people
never
are
going to have the
it,
good gear to ever do anything. So I am much better off just straight up plasma focus.
That
I
makes
was for a
sense.
while trying to get the tactical maps, but I've just straight up stopped that. I'm just going straight up with plasma because it just fits as a free to play player. Just fits me better to work with the alliance that way.
I wouldn't keep that singular or focused. I would always go for the best value. Figure out how much each piece is worth. And if you see a good deal on it, if you see a good conversion rate on it, I would shift tack because the game has a way of making things less valuable in some points in the game and more valuable in certain points of the game. I mean, plasma is always going to be awesome, but with Plasma Lab, it's definitely a lot more attainable. And by far, I think plasma is the thing that you need the most of to really progress.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, gear is nice, but plasma is just. I think you need overall. It's something like 15,000 plasma. It's an insane amount that you need in order to kind of complete the task of everything.
Yeah.
I mean, the last T11 is 1,100 per to just get hunters, or T11 hunters or riders. The last bit of it is 1,100, and it's something like 34 days. So it's intense.
It is one of the honestly one of the most interesting parts and the fascinating part of this game to me, which is that there is no one easy strategy on how to play this game, right? Because how you spend, how much you play, all of that goes into what is the best way for you to build your alliance. And I talked about it earlier. I don't have a farm alt. I created another account in 359. And the reason was I'm not in the RSG alliance on that one. I'm in a different alliance. It's a lower alliance. And the reason was to see how different the game style is with how I started off with RSG versus how other people started. Because one of the benefits, at least with RSG, is that we did have some spenders. Like Delete, you did spend at the beginning, right? We had Zoltan spending at the beginning. Nero spent. I mean, we had people that were spending. Maz spent when she joined. And that gives everybody else in the alliance a whole bunch of benefits. The best of which is the fact that even though you may not be the top, you still have some strong people in the alliance. You're not getting attacked by mid-level alliances. It's only the really, really top ones. And we got lucky with our state a little bit with that we weren't constantly being attacked, right? So we were able to build. In the other alliance that I'm in on my other account, there is somebody that has basically the exact same number of days played as I have. He plays just as much as I do. He spends a little bit, and he's at HQ 28, not because of efficiency, but because the Alliance keeps on getting pelted to get for resources. And so they just keep on getting set back. And that's why I created my alt, is not for farming. I don't have any issues with resources on my main, but it's to see how different the gameplay is at different levels of this game. That's what I told McVenom I was going to do, which is try to just understand this game, because it makes a huge difference. There are so many things, and no one strategy necessarily works for everybody. And so, like, even my own, like, I change strategies now because I'm just seeing, like, our Alliance has so many people that are growing. Apex came in, and Apex is spending, and he's growing. We have Pound in there. We have Maz, who just, I love Maz. So we have Maz. Nero's still well ahead. Zoltan will still spend occasionally, so he'll stay ahead. And we got all the new people from, like, GOS. It's like, yeah, they're spending, and they're spending on Chief. I have no reason to ever lead a rally anymore. So I straight up just pivoted my entire game plan to just be like, I am farming Plasma. I am focusing on Plasma 3. That is my goal now, is to get Plasma 3 troops as quickly as humanly possible right now. And that's what I'm working on, because that's the best way I think I can contribute with, like, rallies and stuff.
Yeah.
But
I mean, if you
situation
farm,
is different.
If you farm actively, you don't need resources. You don't need to attack, you know, other bases for resources at all, because you'll suffer losses and things of that nature. So you don't need to do it. Apex actually came in with a pretty good question about badges and chief gear. That goes back to seeing who you're going against. You know, I mean, ideally the
Read his question out. Which direction should I focus more on, badges or chief gear? All my badges are silver max level and 2 level, 1 gold badges, and my chief gear is gold 2 with 1 maxed.
Can I answer a question?
Do it.
Can I answer a question? Is that cool?
Yeah.
Cool. I know I've been partially here, partially not. I apologize.
Spring cleaning.
Yeah. I had answered this question many months ago when we had first started doing our streams, actually. It was Delete and I who had the conversation, as a matter of fact. It was our first couple streams when we started get going. Badges weren't a big thing back then. Chief gear and hero gear were. The big thing you have to keep in mind, and ironically enough, it's the same today as it was a year ago. It's based on where your stats are today. So my answer to the person specifically asking the question is, do a test attack on a base, like just a low-level base, to see your stats, because a report will pop up with your stats. See where you're lacking. The big difference between chief gear and badges is badges provide health and lethality stats. Chief gear provides attack and defense. So we're talking 2 completely different entities here. So it's very hard to give you a straight answer of what's more important. If you're going the PvP route, health and lethality is more important. If you're focused on PvE, like trap and, you know, global events to that nature, attack and defense is more important. With the introduction, though, of new heroes and the introduction of more in-depth, broken down hero gear categories, because they've actually expanded now the different tiers, and that's for chief gear as well. Badges have remained the same. You are going to be better off today investing in gear parts, in chief and hero, specifically because of the star level and categories they've provided. It's actually much easier to obtain levels in chief and hero gear. It is much harder to obtain levels in badges because they have not changed badge composition. Speaking of which, Venom and crew, I actually have a feeling they're going to do the identical thing to badges very, very soon as to what they did with hero gear and chief. They're going to, whoever has the maxed out, they get to keep the max out, but they're now going to break down even further so that people have an easier time gaining levels in hero badges, because right now to max out, you need 400 tags, which is an incremental amount of tags to level up 1 level. So again, to answer the question, focus on gear because it's easier to obtain, but keep in mind that chief gear and badges are 2 completely different statistics. Attack and defense for chief, and health and lethality for badges.
Yeah.
That was a great answer. Delete, anything to add to it?
What Daedric said. Because it makes perfect sense. I mean, it's always, 125, it was always like we were always going after one person, so I always tried to match or get as close to where their levels were, because that's the battle that I knew I would need to fight. So I knew where my levels were to go and what I needed to do to get there. And I followed that in order to kind of get my composition. So I was like, okay, you're going to do infantry first. And originally my focus was to help the Alliance more. So the first thing that I would always do would be Hunter, because that would be our trap level. That's where I could go ahead and help out and gain more pieces, for the rest of the Alliance and myself would be Hunter, going ahead and just trying to beat, a higher level of trap so everyone got more stuff for free. But it was when you're looking at being a top player, or you're looking at kind of going ahead and being, the person that everyone's going to kind of rally on your stats, you need to do it in a little bit of both. So, if you're doing PvP, like Daedric said, you need to focus on the player that you are and check your stats on, other bases. There are dead bases that I consistently kind of go against, to just trying to see where my stats are at. So this way I can look at an old report of a battle that I lost, and I can go ahead and see where I'm lacking and kind of improve from there.
All right. Daedric, anything else? Any more pearls of wisdom you want to drop down from that mountaintop you have?
Yeah, just an important thing for anybody still playing the game, just general viewership. Keep in mind that regardless of all these new heroes and Plasma Lab and blah 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 coming out, those of you who do not spend, because I know the big thing people have problems with sometimes at the streams is, we always talk about money and spend. But for the people who don't spend a lot, or spend, dolphin spend, focus on research. Research is one of the most attainable items in this game that will actually allow you to compete to a certain degree with people who do spend. And the introduction of the Plasma Lab is a great example of that. Yes, it takes a lot of time to grind, but I actually tested something. So for those of you who want to strategically spend, there is a particular event that comes out every week called Plasma Lab. And there's a whole bunch of different plasma bundles that they release, every couple of days, but Plasma Lab specifically. If you purchase the 100 capsule and 200 capsule packs, so I think in American that would be about $30 total. You get I think it's the Epic pack in the lab, which costs you 300 capsules to buy, but it gives you, I think it's 300, almost 400 plasma cores plus 10 mystery boxes, which you can open, and it gives you various assortments of cores. That's actually the best bundle to buy on a weekly basis, and it's $30 for the Epic. That will supply you with enough plasma for your Plasma Institute to get through 4 to 5 levels of any particular tier you decide to research. Once you get to the higher tiers, because most of them have 12 levels, the first couple have 8, and then it gets to 12 levels. You can get about halfway, and then it's approximately 100 plus cores for each individual research upgrade at that point. But I'm not maxed out. Like, I still haven't maxed out my hero gear, believe it or not. I'm at 1st star legendary for the majority of the pieces, and I have a couple maxed. But I still have 500% plus in lethality and health. And the reason for that is because of research. So research has really allowed players who are minimal spenders or who like to grind to take advantage of these stat boosts in attack, defense, health, and lethality who can actually compete. So can I be a guy who can hold capital? Probably not. Can I be a guy who can hold a tower? Probably not. But you damn well can guarantee that I'll be in a rally when you triple or double rally somebody, and it's going to do some damage. Because with your composition of heroes, you change your composition of heroes based on their statistics and whether they're siege or patrol. And even if you're going up against a max player, you can do some serious damage if you plan and strategize a rally effectively from a PvP perspective. So I don't want people to feel discouraged in this game because they don't have the money to pay for all the things that you need money to pay for. There are so many avenues from a research standpoint to take advantage of. And I honestly believe that the introduction of the Plasma Institute building is probably one of the best things that they have done so far content-wise that is allowing players to upgrade their statistics.
Yeah, Plasma Lab is a gift. If you use it wisely, it's really strong. It's not like a great drop rate on the mystery boxes. You know, I actually put it in chat. I've only hit on like the big mystery box once out of all the mystery boxes I've gotten. You know, it's but it goes a long way. Especially like in the beginning, you had to buy it through bundles, you know, and it was like not even worth it. You know, the bundles were rough. So that's a tough grind, you know. So if you need to be the person that becomes the strongest in the player, you know, strongest in the state immediately, you're going to pay. You're going to pay big. You know, but Plasma Lab is definitely like when the Plasma Institute originally came out, because I've been playing Plasma Lab and utilizing it efficiently, knowing that, you know, they're probably going to do something with Plasma, you know, and something's going to happen with Plasma. When it opened up, I already had 7,400 pieces of Plasma, which is a solid amount, you know, and it didn't get me all the way through, but it got me close enough, you know. I mean, so definitely utilize Plasma Lab as much as possible, and hopefully the devs that watch don't go ahead and be like, oh crap, we gotta change that.
We gotta change this. We're underselling this.
we gotta think this through.
Real quick, I want to throw out the codes. The first code's up. It's Shooty. Can you guess the other two codes? This is why, because one of them is Shooty, and then the other one, we're gonna throw them all up at once here.
Stabby.
Shooty, and the second one is, oh, let me find it. Stabby. First one's Shooty, Stabby, and then the third one is.
Last one, Sarge.
Oh my gosh! Look. So, Stabby, Shooty, Punchy. Those are the three codes. You guys all use them. Don't share them. Just use them for the stream. After the stream's over, then you can do whatever you want to. I don't care. But those are the three codes. Question real quick for Daedric. What you were saying about being able to use rallies effectively, like, you know, strategizing, like using double rallies and triple rallies and stuff like that for the lower level players. What do you think about using the T9 clearers for the infantry, to clear out infantry using T9s as a rally, like as one of the three rallies as a starting rally?
So at this point, because of all the changes that have happened in the game, if a couple months ago you would have asked me that question, I would have said yes.
Yeah.
At this point, the answer is no. And the reason I say that is Plasma has been out for such a long time now that the majority of players, even low to no spend, are at Plasma 1 at minimum. So the whole conversation about T9 is literally right out the window because of the introduction of Plasma, and now T11 is on the scene. So that's also changed a lot. So I would stick to T10. T9s I would continue to encourage for defensive strategy. So for example, I keep 250K of each T9 in my base for poking damage. So for whatever reason, if I were to get triple rallied from a PvP, like people actually physically hit my settlement, my T9s will take the soak right away. And generally on a lost rally, like you can lose, and that's the scary thing, even if you win a rally. If the player is strong enough, like I've got almost 5 million troops in my base, if the player is strong enough, he can easily take out 300,000 in a hit with a rally, even though I've got 5 mil. And his rally is, let's say 1.1 million with full upgrade. Well, on a 5 million Plasma 5 base, I'm pretty strong, but to still be able to take out 300,000 units, my hospital's filled and now I'm going into enlistment.
Yep.
So the more T9s though you have in your base, I would rather take a loss on BP on my T9 than I would my T10 plus. To answer your question though, from a perspective of, attacking capital or doing fortress of that nature, I wouldn't be using T9s at all.
Yeah.
Those days are done.
Days are over.
Those days are done.
Game over, man.
Done.
All right. Any other questions, guys? Anything else? I think we're wrapping up because we have SVS. What time is SVS tomorrow?
Early as shit.
Really? What time though? I don't even know.
5 a.m. your time?
East Coast time. Finn, what time is it in 359?
I think it's 5 a.m. Hold on.
Eek.
It's 6 hours from now. So yeah.
It's 4 a.m. for me, so.
That's no bueno, but yeah, so we're gonna probably wrap it up now. I need to talk about like the streaming times. 9 p.m. works really, really good for me getting off work, but at the same time, we have SVSs on Saturdays, and so we go really late. And I've had a bunch of people complain about how late the stream is for SVS mornings. So I might talk about like maybe Finn and I will discuss it about moving and playing around with the time some. I don't know.
Or McVenom can just stay up and stream the entire time until SBS starts, so she will keep you awake. You know what you could use in order to stay awake?
No.
Zombie coffee. Zombie coffee could keep you awake for the entire night, and with a little bit of donuts with your own do-it-yourself kit, you'd be able to end up keeping yourself awake with caffeine and sugar.
Finn.
That's right, Zombie Coffee, exclamation sponsor in the chat. Will give you a link to their Facebook page on Athens and Columbia.
Guys, do not let Finn turn this into like an infomercial. The bunker cannot go into an infomercial, Finn.
What?
I feel like this is like set it and forget it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'll remember it forever. But
Yeah.
at the same time,
I feel like that was
like
a natural transition.
He just likes to use his radio commercial voice. He enjoys doing that. He likes to do it when he streams like marbles and stuff like that.
About.
Yes, we both.
no,
we
his
all
game
know.
show host like openings
Yes.
that he was muted for were so good.
Yeah.
Like the 3 of them he did when he was muted were so good. And then he like had to get back into it and be like, oh yeah, you know. But yeah.
What's up, Jason
Stupid
Hummel?
Windows updates.
Yeah. All right, guys. Again, 3 codes: Punchy, Stabby, and Shooty. Use those codes. We enjoyed being back. Welcome back to Daedric, even though he's been like completely ignoring us most of the whole stream, playing in his file cabinet. But you know what?
A file cabinet.
He
is
looks good.
pristine.
He looks good while he's doing it. It's giving me something to look at, so I'm okay with it. So
There you go.
So thanks to Daedric. Welcome back. We love you. Hope to see you on more. Delete. Thanks. Finn. Thanks. Mako. Thank you so much. I love when Mako comes in. He's always giving that like nope or the nod. Giving like the nope, you're wrong.
Nuggets of wisdom.
New little nuggets all the time. He's always my nugget guy. So we appreciate you coming in. And I saw your dog. That's Mako, right?
Saw Mako.
He's being extra right now. He wants a treat.
Oh, he's so
Oh.
pretty. He's such
He's
a
like-
pretty.
He's like whining in my ear.
He's such a pretty dog. I love him so much. But thank you guys for joining. We will see you next Friday on the bunker, 9 p.m.
9 a.m.
Friday. Thanks to our sponsor, Zombie Coffee and Donuts. We appreciate you. And you guys check us out on Discord. I don't know if we're having an after party or not. We might be in there. Finn might be in there. But thank you guys. And see you next time. Stay safe.
Rock on, Alan.
Rock on, Alan, which is stayed alive, Daedric.
Rock on, Alan, you